Good afternoon, dear partners. Hope you're doing well on this afternoon in the East Coast. I had the opportunity this week to hi. First and foremost, I should present myself. I'm Steve Noel from IT Cloud. I'm in charge of our success with the Microsoft, our mutual success with the Microsoft solutions. So this afternoon, we will be discussing unleashing the power of collaboration with teams and SharePoint Premium products. And I will have my colleague Anis Memory presenting Teams Premium, and I will talk about SharePoint Premium. And just wanted to say hi to everyone. First and foremost, extremely happy if some of you were at the Altitude conference on Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. Time flies. It's always already 2 days ago. It was just an amazing time that we spent learning from partners, understanding exactly how we can, how we can work better together. What are the opportunities on the market, and certainly have some fun together. So, with no further ado, I'm going to let my colleague Anis just go ahead and present Teams
Perfect.
Premium.
Thank you, Steve. So I'm just gonna go and share my slides here. Um, Take a second. All right, perfect. So hybrid work became more and more popular, and Teams became a central tool for both office-based and remote workers. And everyone knows about Teams. Everyone knows about chat meetings, sharing files. But Teams is more than that, right? You can literally make calls with the Teams phone, manage meetings, with Teams Room. And thanks to AI, Teams has now been taken to the next place. Microsoft keep making Teams better by adding new features to help users work more efficiently. Two of the latest additions are Copilot in Teams and Teams Premium. In this webinar, we'll look closely at what these features do, how they work together, and how to give you even more value as a user. So Teams Premium is an add-on license for Microsoft Teams. It gives user access to more advanced experience within the Teams ecosystem. Teams Premium uses AI to make workflows smarter and more efficient. It creates personalized meeting experience tailored to users' needs. These features improve business outcomes, and users can collaborate with greater security. Teams Premiums introduce Intelligent Recap, a tool to revolutionize how business handles meetings and information's retention. With this feature, users can leverage AI to work smarter. I'm sure that everyone here knows that meetings can sometimes be challenging to focus on or not as productive as desired, especially when you're double booked. So recording meetings is a common practice, but reviewing recordings and transcription can be time consuming. Teams Premium make meetings more productive by automatically generating meetings, notes, and tasks using AI. The AI generated notes are powered by OpenAI Chat GPT 3.5. It also provides markers in recordings to easily identify important moments like when someone joins or leave the meeting. Meetings recording are easy to navigate with automatically generated chapters dividing discussion into different topics. Teams Premiums offer also live translations, breaking through the language barrier. So, and the best thing here is participants can benefit from live translations, subtitles in meetings hosted by someone with Teams Premium, even if they don't have Teams Premium themselves. So with Teams Premium Intelligent Summary feature, note-taking during meetings is now a thing of the past. AI generative comprehensive meeting notes gives a clear overview of the discussion. This will allow users to focus on the meeting itself without worrying about capturing every details. Tracking action and task from meeting is made easy with the AI generated task and actions in Teams Premium. The users can quickly track meetings, participants, and ensure that critical tasks are addressed promptly. The intelligent recap feature provides a personalized timeline for navigating meeting recording. Users can easily identify moments where their name was mentioned, where they joined or left the meeting, and when others spoke. And of course, this saves times and make it easier to search the reference specific part of any meeting. So knowing that the intelligent meeting recap save times and keep users focused, here's a quick example of it. So meet Michael, a manager with busy meeting schedule. Michael often misses meetings due to scheduling conflicts. So to catch up, he normally have to search for transcript and recording of past meeting, which takes a lot of time. He could also organize meeting with participants to get up-to-date information, but that's not productive, is it? Luckily, Michael has Teams Premium license, so he benefits from intelligent recap and AI generated notes. With Teams Premium, Michael can quickly review recording chapters and meeting topics to catch up. And also, the personalized time markers help Michael's to know exactly when his name was mentioned and what is expected from him. And thanks to AI, Michael is now ready for tomorrow meeting without wasting any time or having to ask any colleagues for any updates. In today's interconnected world, collaboration often involves multiple languages and locations. Microsoft Teams Premium offer real-time translation of meeting subtitle to address any challenge. This ensures that language differences don't obstruct effective teamwork. Live meeting translations are accessible via subtitle, and it's supported by over 40 spoken languages. So just to give you an example of that, just imagine working with let's say, an Italian supplier who prefers Italian while you prefer English. So with Teams Premium, subtitles are translated into each participant preferred language, making communication smooth. So while he speaks Italian, you get the subtitles in English, and while you speak English, he gets the subtitles in Italian. So the communication is smooth. And the one thing you have to not forget here is that only the meeting host needs a Team Premium license. Other participants don't need to worry about any other license status. So these features open up new businesses opportunity by enabling exploring of the new markets and expanding business beyond traditional borders. Teams Premiums offers advanced security features that form. Um, People thinks that you only have to send an invite for a meeting and that's it. Well, no, you have to ensure that security of confidential information, that is crucial. So some meetings involve sensitive discussion or sharing confidential content on screen. So, for example, a board meeting or financial discussion. So with Teams Premium Advanced Meeting Protection, you can easily safeguard such meetings. So new meeting options include watermarking to prevent any leaks or restricting who can record meetings. End-to-end encryption can be also enabled for online meetings to protect sensitive conversation. Microsoft 365 customers with advanced security requirements can leverage existing Microsoft Purview information protection sensitivity labels. And these sensitivity labels automatically apply on relevant meeting options, making it easier to set up protected the meetings. And as seen previously, ensuring the security of virtual meetings and confidential information is crucial. So besides watermark and encryption, here's some other features available in Teams Premium. First of all, we have the data loss protection prevention. Teams Premium includes DLP policies to prevent inadvertent sharing of sensitivity labels. E-discovery and legal holds. Team Premium integrate e-discovery and legal hold features, helping organization meet the legal requirements. Here, the admins can just search for relevant data and place legal holds and on specific content. You also have advanced threat protection, so it includes anti-phishing protection, secure link, and attachment guards to well, against any attack. In this scenario, we'll explore how Isabella, uh, so a manager in a banking organization, benefits from the security options of Teams Premium. Isabella needs to plan a confidential virtual meeting to discuss sensitive information while ensuring compliance with her company standards. Using advanced meeting protection, she effortlessly secures her meeting and maintains confidentiality. And then she selects a sensitivity label to automatically apply enhanced protection before the meeting starts. And Isabella also add a watermark to discourage participants from disclosing information presented on the screen. Sorry. With these measures in place, she can conduct the meeting knowing that the discussion remains private and limited to authorized participants only. So now let's move on to personalized meeting in Teams Premium. Here's it's a 40-second video that explains it. I'll play the video and then we'll discuss it in detail on the next slide. All right. So Microsoft Teams Premium allows you to personalize your meeting to match up your company's identity, making a lasting impression on participant. You have predefined templates, so it lets you adjust the visual style of your meeting by selecting the themes that represent your brand, making them more appealing and professional. You can also use custom images as a background that will create a perfect setting for your virtual meetings. You have also the custom together mode scene. So basically, it's AI segmentations to ensure all participants share the same background, promoting a sense of unity. And for instance, you can think of a consulting firm that can create a unique templates for each client, incorporating backgrounds and scenes that reflect their visual identity. So this features adds value to your brand and improves the client experience by offering personalized meeting that align with their identity and showcase your professionalism. Here we have the virtual meetings. It's an important feature of Teams Premium. Let's take a look at this short video on the subject and then we'll discuss it later. So Microsoft Teams Premium here offers advanced features to enhance virtual meetings. Firstly, you have the SMS notifications that will allow your organization to send personalized text reminders to participant, improving engagement. You also have the custom waiting rooms feature. So basically, let organizer create branded waiting environments, leaving a positive impression. You have also the queue management, efficient handling of appointments, so you can categorize important ones first and provide pre-appointment discussion options. You also have the analytics that will provide you valuable insight into appointment trends, helping planners to make informed decision for better outcomes in futures. You here we can think of all the law firms, the accountant or psychologist. I mean, the list is long, but think of all the customers who sells a service and use several applications to make virtual appointments with Teams. With Teams Premium, they can do securely. And it's the most important thing is central with huge time saving and meeting management features such as pre-meeting reminders and post-meeting reports. That's definitely a plus and an angle to steer sales discussion. Webinars are also available via Teams Premium, and here's 40 seconds, a 40-second explanatory video. Perfect. So the webinars have become, as you may know, are vital for effective communication, and Microsoft Teams Premium enhance the webinar experience for both presenters and participants. You have the automated reminders that will ensure high attendance rates by sending out timely emails reminders to participants. You have this streamlined registration process that allows an easy management of registration, which options like waiting list and manual approval to control the participation. You have also the backstage tools for a dedicated space for presenters to prepare, to interact, and manage content, ensuring smooth webinar delivery. And also the audience engagement management feature that will enable presenters to control what participants see on their screen, which reduce all the distraction and keep the audience focused on the content that is presented. So the question I often hear when discussing Teams Premium with partners is Teams Premium the same as Copilot for Teams? The answer is no. While it shares the same closeness with Teams Premium, Copilot takes more collaborations to the next level with a set of features designed to streamline your workflow and boost productivity. So let's take a look at the differences between these two. Um, we can talk about how AI is integrated into Teams across different subscription levels. So firstly, we're going to start with the Teams app. It is already deeply included in it, whether it's the AI-based noise suppression and video optimization, live meeting subtitle, and much more. The power of AI is already utilized in many ways of your basic Teams experience. And then we have the next step, which is Teams Premium. You have, for example, the real-time translation of meeting subtitle and transcription eliminate the language barrier, and of course the smart recap experience we talked about in the previous sections. So now we have the Teams experience with Copilot. Your AI assistant at work, it will allows you to ask any questions about the meeting, both during and after the meeting. So basically, Copilot is it doesn't just summarize meetings. It suggests actions based on discussions and understand the reasoning behind any decisions. So the best example here is when you have a sales call optimization. It excels in summarizing sales call, capturing customers questions, and recapture past conversation details to help users stay prepared and informed. You also have the enhanced chat experience. Copilot extend the competence of the Teams chat that will allows user to extract key point from the conversation efficiently. Especially, this is especially beneficial for teams that is in different time zones. And lastly, you have the structured information extraction. So it can extract essential information from chat to create structured lists or tables to simplify data organizations and quick references. As for pricing, Teams Premium is available at $9.50 per month, and Copilot is available at 488 and 40 per year. And of course, it's a single annual payment. And on my end, that's it for my part. I have, and if you have any questions regarding Teams Premium or Copilot in Teams, well, you can just type in the chat. We'll answer them, or we have a slide dedicated for that at the end of the presentation. With that being said, Steve, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Anis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share back the slide deck. SharePoint Premium, as you can see, as far as Teams is concerned, premium version of Teams, which includes really interesting features. And I think that some customers can definitely benefit from that. Now, SharePoint Premium, and I really like the take of, I've been, doing some research. The product is not yet available. So if you want to look in our cart and you want to buy SharePoint Premium now, it's not really possible because it hasn't been, it's not yet released. It's not the GA, as Microsoft likes to say. So it's not generally available. So the best way I can describe SharePoint Premium versus the SharePoint right now is you know how when you add Copilot to to a customer's tenant, or you start using Copilot. Copilot is very it's it's based on the experience of the user itself. I feel like with SharePoint Premium, it's like infusing AI directly into the server or the service itself, right? The document management service. And once you've actually look at what it does, I think it's very interesting. And there's some cases and scenarios in which I think your customers are going to be able to take advantage of that, and it's really nice. So what I'm going to start with the presentation is I'm going to show a short video that actually kind of describes it. So as you can understand, it's not easy for me to demo something that's not yet available. There aren't either any testing environment like that, but I think that the video actually kind of does it justice here. So let me go ahead. Okay, so that pretty much finishes my presentation. Well, not really. So you've got SharePoint Premium. And I think there are three pillars that you can really look at when you're thinking about SharePoint Premium is the experience, process automation, and governance. So understanding and on those pillars, they're all grounded within, management. And I'm using grounded there. I mean, the base of that, the foundation of that is management grounding. So if you're not familiar with what grounding is, it's when you're talking about AI and you're referring to where the information is taken from or where it's using the information or so when you're saying that it's grounded, so it's grounded into your own data, and it's the foundation is the ability to leverage the content for AI, its current content. So um, content experiences. So a few key features I think that are very interesting is the fact that there's a new agreement app within Teams. So within the Teams environment, there's a agreement app. So anything that has to do with might be invoices, might be proposal, might be NDA documents, it might be uh, legal documents that you would use repeatedly, right? So something that you can create your agreement within within a document that's you've created yourself. It can create a template, and from that document, um, you know, it creates that template, and all you need to do is fill in um, some fields there. So think about a proposal in which, or an NDA, or any type of legal document that you would repeatedly re-enter the same information, and the customer's name, the address, maybe who's going to be signing the document, all this information, and then from within Teams you're putting in that information and it generates a document that you're looking for, right? So you don't have to like take a document and do a save as and then create that document. So within your Teams you've got this agreement app. uh, Another thing is really interesting is the fact that you also have the ability to leverage SharePoint e-signatures. So right now a lot of people are using uh, things like DocuSign and other or Adobe also has one, and you're leveraging a third party to be able to use these e-signature, and now it's built in within SharePoint. So you have the opportunity to be able to have your signed documents and all managed without having to send it to an external, an external company or third party company to be able to do that. It's managed, it stays on your own tenant, and the information is used, by Microsoft's own e-signature service within SharePoint. And last but not least, another really interesting feature is the Document Hub. Myself in the past, I worked with accountants, and they were using, some features set of SharePoint to be able to share a lot of information. We're in smack into tax season, right? So a lot of accountants will have their customers share information right within Microsoft 365. And some of the conversations I had is with some of these accounts is that if it's not built purposely built, or if it's they're just leveraging um, you know I guess certain aspects, certain features of SharePoint, it does work, but it wasn't built from the ground up to do that. And now, within SharePoint Premium, there'll be an application that's called Document Hub, which gives you the ability to share documents with customers and partners. Whereas this, new platform, or this ability to be able to do that, this application enables you to personalize and share documents securely with external partners. And if you're going to tell me, Steve, I can already do that, share and do it this way, well, when you really think about it, it does require a little bit of training for customers to be able to do it correctly with SharePoint. Whereas with the Document Hub, they're going to be able to do that with even with email addresses that are not in the Microsoft world per se. Now with there's also content processing. So I was actually really excited with some of those features. If you if you've ever used tagging, or if you ever use metadata, or if you've had the ability to leverage that and create columns, and you classify information a certain way. What's great about SharePoint Premium is the ability for you to be able to query and ask specific questions, and say, hey, listen, if you find a document with, if there's proposal information, if the for instance, if it's a proposal for a specific product or for specific service, can you create a column and share that, make sure that it's classified that way. So as an example, when I was doing at the time, we were classifying documents, making sure that we did some documents in French, some documents in English. Yeah, we had to be diligent enough to be able to classify it and tag it the right way, and say, okay, this is a document that we've created that's in French. Put that, so when we're looking for information, we have one folder and we can classify that and see, I want to see all the French documents, or I want to see all the English documents. But even at that, I'm going to go a step further. When we created proposals in the past, I wanted to see, we had, proposals for training, proposals for different type of migrations, the proposals for deployments that we did, and everything was in the same folder. So if I wanted to inspire myself from a proposal that we've done before with a project that was very similar, when it was tagged the right way, it was easy for me to find the information. Now, think about a couple of features that we can leverage off of that. So number one, if I'm looking for a specific document right away with SharePoint Premium, if I want to create a document that's very similar, then I don't even have to create the template itself, because with the experience feature of SharePoint Premium, I'm able to use a document I've already created to create a template off of that. So the information is already filled out. That's number one. Number two, the information actually can get classified automatically, because I can query and ask questions. And with that specific query, when I say, hey, if the document contains, it contains these terms, if the document is in this language, can you please classify it this way? Then it does auto classifying and auto tagging for me. And as well as being able to do specific content queries and looking for, certain documents and having them place. That's when we're talking about document query, it goes a lot further than you're searching or things like that. As a matter of fact, you can also do mass translation, right? So you're working with a company in Germany, and what you can do, and you have to design a contract, or you've got a proposal, or you need to deliver a specific document to them. and you can actually have it translated directly from SharePoint, and SharePoint will take care of that document from is A to Z. Last but not least, I think a very interesting experience is the content governance when you think about it. And I know some of these features you're gonna tell me, Steve, I've seen some of these features before, but now they're accessible within SharePoint itself. So as an example, you can actually, as an administrator or somebody that actually uh, administers SharePoint, you can say, hey, what are the documents that have sensitive data in there? So personally identified information, PIDs, right? There's maybe sensitive information, and then within SharePoint, without even having to use an external tool such as Policies and Insights, or having to use Purview to be able to do that, you can actually flag documents that have, maybe social security numbers, and documents that might have, obviously, credit card information that might have phone and phone numbers, email addresses, all that. Then within SharePoint that these documents are in this place, and then you can decide that these specific documents are only available by finance people. So really, when you think about it, and furthermore, you can go one step further. You can actually look at
Meeting reminders and
documents that have been externally shared and make sure that these documents are valid and verified by whoever has the authority to say this document is cannot be shared, or things of that nature. So you're talking about having a whole set of additional features and functions that gives you the ability to have a better experience, actually manage and have process automation, and also a high level of governance. So I think that when you see that, there's definitely a place when you think about businesses that have a high level of document management. So there's features that are available. So SharePoint Premium is, if your next question is most likely how much is it and when is it available? So Microsoft has said that they're going to publish pricing when it becomes available, and it will be available to say first half of 2024. So we're in May. I would think that by the end of June, that we're going to be able to leverage and use SharePoint Premium. Hopefully, it's affordable for small and medium sized businesses. I would think so, because it's a SKU on top of another SKU. But that being said, let's go over the questions. I see there's questions in Q&A. Let me see what information, if I can answer that. Are there any, so Puneet is asking, are there limitations in the version of SharePoint if a client has SharePoint Premium, or if the covers has various version of Office 365 Basic Standard Plus? I think that it's just a SKU. Um,
it's not included.
It's just a SKU that's, that you add, and the SharePoint license include e-signature options. So e-signature options would come with SharePoint Premium. But one important thing that I didn't mention is the fact of the matter is that some of these features are going to be pay as you go. Microsoft already alluded to that. So I just want to set expectations in terms of you understanding that some of these features you won't necessarily require a license per user. And I think that e-signature is one of them. You're going to be able to pay as you're using the feature as well. We're going to get a lot more details as they release the product. So there's a lot of questions around the product, but that's pretty much the situation here. So that was the only question. Um, the other, okay, so here, if you want, if you'd like to have more information, you can book a call with one of our Microsoft specialists, just to give you a general understanding. Our Microsoft specialists are not the same team as a support, is not the same as support team. This is, maybe consulting. You want to build a project, you have a specific question on a specific product, so you can reach out, and we're going to be able to help you out. And that's it. So there's a team of people there that be, it might be a questions on migrations, it might be a specific questions on security, it might be on Teams, it might be on some of our other products that are available through the Microsoft Teams. So it might be training and things like that. We'll be happy to spend whatever amount of time that's allocated there to help you out and go over what are your inquiries are. And that are also very new to a lot of people. We also have a YouTube channel, which is IT Cloud. You can look at some of the videos that were provided in this format webinar. We also have the Excellence Program. If you haven't had the opportunity, we did, I think it's 4 hours on Azure, and we did another 4 hours or even a little more on Copilot. So you can go on directly on YouTube and see that video. So really interesting and deep dive stuff for the Excellence Program. As far as the webinar are concerned, um, the different subjects that we've talked about. So you can go back and see these webinars, and they're readily available, which they used to be on our partner portal. But with the how much expensive space is and the fact that the database became bigger and bigger. And last but not least, if you want to, here's our survey. If you want us to improve and give you, more valuable information, we definitely appreciate your feedback. So let us know if there's anything that we can do. We greatly appreciate it. If you've appreciated, um, if you like what we've done, please say so. That's always good to have feedback, good or bad. So wish you a lovely afternoon. And if you haven't had the opportunity, visit our events page and see what's coming up in our next webinars. And have a very nice. If you guys are on the West Coast, and have a very good rest of the morning there. Bye bye.
Have a nice day, everyone.